Hello everybody, and this is our session on RSS feeds. We're going to talk about what they are, why you need them, and then how they're relevant for ConvertKit. So, what's an RSS feed? Why do you need one? Talk about the different feed creators because you actually have to set up these RSS feeds, and then the options within ConvertKit, and also talking to you about why it's such a benefit to use this feature, especially if you want to send your blog post out to your subscribers. Sure, you could do it manually, but there's an automated feature that will do it for you. So you just do your blog post, and ConvertKit can take care of the rest. It's all about working smarter, not harder, and this is something you could also upsell to your clients as well. So first of all, what's an RSS feed? It's a format for delivering regularly changing web content. Think of blogs, right? If you blog once a week, um, it's putting out new information to your subscribers. And a lot of times, what people do is they'll write an e-zine and put the blog in there. They'll also post a blog on social media and all that kind of stuff. But there are ways that you can automate this. Again, about working smarter, not harder. Most people use RSS feeds for blogs, but there are other things that you can do. If you have like, um, videos or audios, or you have like a news type of website, those could also be used for RSS feeds. But the most common is a blog post. And so what happens is you set up an RSS feed, and then you give people the link to it. Like a lot of times people will have an RSS feed button on their connect buttons, which will allow people to subscribe to their blog. And that way, every time they post a new blog, they'll automatically get contacted. And so those people don't even have to be on your list. Those can just be people who stumble across your website and want to know more about you. They could subscribe to your RSS feed, something I highly recommend that you do. Um, People will subscribe, and they get an email every time you publish a new blog post. And the benefit to that is they don't have to come back and remember to do it themselves. I mean, it's all about conversations, right? It's always about conversations and getting in front of your audience. So make it easy for them to consume the content that you create by creating an RSS feed. So that's why you need one, to keep your subscribers up to date. Now I'm talking about ConvertKit, but you can also keep anybody who comes to your website up to date by using an RSS feed. So you really have to set up the RSS feed outside of ConvertKit. You have to do that first, and then you basically tell ConvertKit what your RSS feed link is, and it will do the rest. So remember, this way it keeps your subscribers, or your visitors, if you will, to your website as well, so this is twofold, from having to check back for new content. You want to notify them automatically via email, so it's not something they have to remember to do. And this is, again, all about keeping the conversation going and staying in front of your audience. So here are some different feed creators. As I mentioned, you have to create an RSS feed. FeedBurner by Google is the one that I use, but there's also Feed43 and Feedity. I can't talk. And you can also Google, RSS feed creators. And there are paid ones, there's are free, so I would go free. So let me just show you a little bit about this real quick. So I actually have, oops, FeedBurner is by Google. So it's attached to your Google account. And you can see that I have a couple of FeedBurners. I have one for Clever, which was my old. And then I have this new one because I've just moved my website over. You can see it's at 0 at the moment because I just created a new website. But basically, all you have to do is go to feedburner.google.com. And if you're logged into your Google account, it will automatically bring you to this page. And right in this place right here is where you put your, whatever your website is. /blog, whatever that is. And then you would simply hit next. And what that would allow you to do, I don't even know if this is going to work because that's not a true URL, but you can see that. It'll automatically create this for you. And then you just kind of follow through. And at the end of it, it will give you a link for an RSS feed. Let's see if I can find a different. I don't think this one will work either because I have it forwarding. Anyway, basically what you're going to do, and this isn't all about how to create feeds. There we go. I actually created a feed. So it's basically, and this VA startup guide actually is what I used to create my new website on, so I knew it was there. Okay, Okay, and then basically it says, okay, I found more than one feed at this address because I've used this before. And it's just asking me which one I want to use. So I'll just do that, hit next. So realize it's going to be different if you've never set up an RSS feed before. I have. And then down here, give your feed a title and a feed burner address, right? And then next. Okay, and the feed is added. Okay, and then you basically could just copy this, which I'm doing. I always have this big thing of stuff for copying, and then I'll have it for later. Okay, and then I can hit next, and then I can turn on some statistics and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so that's how it works. It's a fairly simple thing to do, but you want to set that up first. And I recommend using FeedBurner Google. It's easy. Some of the other ones you have to do some more techie stuff. This one's very simple. So I can take the link that I copied and I can put it on my website under an RSS button, so people who visit my website can subscribe so they know when I get new blogs. It's also used for if I send the blogs to my subscribers, I can automate it through ConvertKit. So bouncing back over here, I'm under automations, right? And I'm under RSS feeds. Oops, sorry. And you can see that I already have one, but basically you click on add feed, you copy and paste that URL. So there's my URL, and then you hit check feed. So you have to create the feed first, and then it goes out and pulls the information from the website. Okay. From here, I can edit what email address this is coming from, because remember what we're going to do here is automate this. And so every time I create a new blog post, it will automatically send the blog post to the list of people that I choose in ConvertKit. I mean, to me that's so great, because then I don't have to do it myself. It'll do it for me. And you can set this up for clients automatically. This could be part of a package that you do. Okay. So this is the current blog post, and then you can choose to send it as a single or a digest. So the difference is that every time you would have a new blog post sent out, it would automatically send that out. Would create a broadcast message and then send it out, right? Or you could do a digest. So if you do maybe 2 blog posts a week, it could put them in a summary type of form and send it that way. Okay, so it'll assemble it into what's called a digest. And then down here is how you select who it goes to. So it can go to all subscribers, or you can add a filter, right, within a segment, right? And I could say it's only going to go to the people in the VA school. Okay, so you can add a filter and you can just say all subscribers, which is a good idea because you want to communicate with your subscribers. Okay, you can also add a filter group. So you can actually do an all or none. So you can get very, very specific here. And then this is beauty. You can hit send automatically. So every time you create a new broadcast message, or not new broadcast, excuse me, a new blog post on that blog page, it will automatically send the broadcast within 30 minutes. How's that? Awesome, awesome. Then you just hit save. Done. So now I've got 2. Okay. I love that this makes it so simple to do. And this is so great for your clients as well, because that way they don't have to keep coming back and remembering to send out the blog post. It's an automated feature. Okay, so you need to set up the RSS feed first, and then you add it in ConvertKit to create a broadcast to go out to your subscribers whenever new content is published. This is great to do. And you're thinking, okay, well, I want to send it out automatically for my, or I want to send it or set it up for my clients. But you could also offer this as a package. So you set this feed up and it's done, right? And that's more of an expertise because you have to set up the RSS feed, then you have to set it up in ConvertKit. So something to think about, okay? Again, why? It's an easy way to send your blog post out without having to do it manually. And some people are like, well, I want to do it manually. And that's fine. But for those of you who want to do this for clients, it's a great way to do it. And it can be used for other types of content, not just blog posts, but blog posts are the most common. And remember, the benefit to this is you keep the conversation going because it's all about new content and all about talking to your audience so they get to know you, like you, and trust you. So again, the feed options, single or digest. And if you just send a blog post weekly, I would do single. If you do multiple broadcast, I keep saying broadcast, blogs in a week, you might want to do a digest, which would combine them into kind of one email with a summary. You can send it to specific subscribers or everybody, and you can automate it by sending it out automatically once the blog post, within 30 minutes of the blog post being published. So your homework is just set up an RSS feed using one of the recommended tools. Use your website or a blog page, but I want you to get the gist for it. And this is great for you to do for your own website as well, because you can use that RSS feed to put on your website. And then create a feed in ConvertKit and then send out to yourself in one of the lists you created. So when you're setting it up to send to the subscribers, choose the list, and I say list, but the tags, I should say, that you used when you set up when you did the import into ConvertKit, because remember, I always say list, even though this isn't list-based. Okay, so set up an RSS feed using one of the tools, use your website or blog post, and then actually set up the feed within ConvertKit as well. Any questions, please feel free to click on the help button and open up a help desk ticket. Email us, members@thetechiementor.com, post in our private Facebook group, or leave a comment for us below, and we'll get back to you. Thanks for your time. See you in the next session. Bye.